Shea again, sizing up Murphy. Drives, floats, hangs, and scores on the turnaround. J-Dub way behind the three-point line and hits way behind the three-point line. Got blocked. What a rejection by Holmgren. Standing tall like a wall.
This is Udart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Uncontested Wednesday show. Also kind of a post-game show if you think about it. We're a part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network and proudly partnered with Prairie Artisan Ales. I'm your host on this Wednesday evening, JD Silva, joined by a trio of fellas. First one's Jacob Niffen.
What's up?
Second one's Taylor Peterson.
Almost 1 week away. 1 week from tomorrow.
1 week.
For real.
And last but not least, Nick didn't see my message in our private chat, so I'm just going to introduce you as Nick Crane.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Thank you for not. I've never seen Taylor to Lost Some Words, but I think we almost had Taylor to Lost Some Words there.
We did.
I wasn't ready for that.
Comment section's going crazy already.
They're already
I
killing
hadn't even
me,
tapped
dude.
over. It's 14. 14.
We are literally 2 minutes in. 90 seconds of that was a intro, and we already have a Tyrone Biggums name drop in the chat. So if you know, you know.
What exact
degenerates are out in full force.
Comment from Caleb. Drop the JD Silva plushie in the merch shop so I can tuck it in and kiss it goodnight every night.
What the hell is a plushie?
You know,
Like a little stuffed animal.
Stuffed animal.
So you want a Silva voodoo doll?
Oh, I'd be into that.
Yeah.
Punch it right in the nuts.
Can we get that twisted sounder, Silva?
We can.
Twist it.
If you guys don't watch us on YouTube, by the way, tune into the YouTube. Things get wild in the comment section. Sometimes they get wild on our own videos. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes, one time Taylor spit all over his camera.
One time I got bit by a dog.
Bit by a dog. Yeah.
We've had some crazy moments this offseason.
You never know. You never know what could happen.
It's like Spider-Man. Jacob turned the dog man.
That's
What's the word?
AKA
What's the
dog doing?
It's J-Dub.
Yes. Before we get into this show, before we get into some announcements that are really cool, be sure to subscribe I can't speak. Subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube. Leave us a 5-star rating. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, etc. I can't wait to get back on our Twitter more regularly.
You will want to be subbed to the YouTube page for some stuff that's coming up, for sure.
Yeah, speaking of some stuff that's coming up.
Before you do that, another thing that happened on the live stream that you only get on YouTube, JD did a whole pod blind.
I did. Thank you, Thunder Chick. Yeah, I did have a blindfold on for an entire podcast, and that has inspired some bets coming up. I feel like we should do stuff like that more. Like you have to wear a clown mask for a whole episode or something like that. So keep that in my back pocket. Some announcements. Prairie Artisan Ales, our new partner. Super exciting. We were all fans already. If you haven't noticed, I drank their stuff on almost every Sunday show, I feel like. A lot of us do that already. We're thrilled for that. With that being said, we do have a watch party happening at their tap room on 8th Street in OKC. On the 26th against the Bulls. Come check us out. That game is, I believe, at 7 p.m. Show up a little early, hang out, get some beer. You can get Texas Ross barbecue as well. Jacob, there's some pretty awesome stuff at the barbecue, right? There's like brisket mac and cheese, some sweet tea brines.
Some brisket pastrami, sweet tea brined ribs, Caribbean jerk chicken, brisket elote, I think is on the menu.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be some stuff.
Are we all gonna be there? From
I think we are.
Nicholas?
I will not.
Oh,
but I know that the listeners are pumped for it because after Sunday's show, which I was not on, I got 4 or 5 texts after the show. Are you going to be at the watch party on the 26th? I'm not.
The people need you, Nick.
I know, but
You're
my point is I will not be there, but it sounds like a lot of people are pumped and a lot of people will be there. So
that's awesome.
I'm excited for you guys.
We'll
and
FaceTime you.
That's right. We'll FaceTime you in.
I can't taste the elote through my phone.
That's true.
Problem.
That's true. Be
Not
cool
with
if you
that
could.
attitude.
But the good thing, no matter where I'm at, here or there, I can have Prairie Ales. That's all that really matters.
You can specifically have buzzer beater, which
Oh my god,
I cannot have. I just
so good.
It's nowhere. I can't find it.
Well, I think that'll probably change when you're in the tap room.
I hope so. Some other announcements.
We'll also have giveaways at the watch
Yes.
party. So you'll have a chance to win some stuff. You can watch the Thunder beat the absolute dog poop out of the Chicago Bulls. And we will live pod once the game is over. So if you want to hang out, we're going to have the banner. We're going to have the speaker out. So you can hang out live for the live pod post game at Prairie.
Similar to J-Dub's autograph signing in Oklahoma City in a couple weeks, Jacob will be signing autographs
This week.
at the watch party on the 26th. So
Did you see the phrasing of OKC Talks tweet about the new Dick's
Let's
Sporting Goods?
not.
Oh, it's
Let's
fantastic.
if you didn't see, go look at it, but we're not going to talk about it on here.
Wild. Admin knew what they were doing. That's all I gotta say.
All right,
These comments are...
Connor, we see you. We do see you.
And you're not wrong.
Okay, we have a very busy schedule coming up. The uncontested schedule getting pretty nuts as the season prepares to start. So, quick rundown. This Thursday, tomorrow, post game, it's the final preseason game, I believe.
Against the Atlanta Hawks. Nick, are they going to play anybody since the Atlanta Hawks are playing all their guys tonight on the
No,
first leg of at Sega Baba?
no.
No Trey Young, no Risha Shea.
I don't think either team's going to play.
Jalen Johnson. Oh, see, I think
you're
the
done
Thunder.
seeing-
I think the Thunder are going to play the rotation. That's what Mark
don't
said
think
the
so.
other night.
I don't think so. I mean, like maybe for like 5 minutes. Like I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be a game where you're seeing a lot of minutes from those guys.
Yeah. So
A lot
Thursday,
of Dylan Jones, a lot of AJ Mitchell, a lot of dump
Buddy
truck
Boeheim?
Dukas. Is that what you call him?
Hey, play
Do
it.
I?
That's
I
your
want to call
nickname?
him Dump Truck Dukas.
Forgot we made that a
Does
sounder.
Alex Dukas have a thick backside?
For those listening, those are both sounders pulled from a recent podcast.
We have enough sounders of Jacob, I think, that we could effectively automate his presence on the podcast
Jacob
for at
AI.
least a little bit.
Why am I the only one that gets ripped for sounders?
Because you say the craziest stuff.
You do say some insane stuff.
And this is you fairly filtered.
Exhibit A.
Bitch better have my money.
It just
For the record, Nick did have my money.
he did.
Bitch had my money.
Yes.
All right, tell the people what other things we have coming up.
Okay, so rapid fire. Tomorrow, post game show. Sunday, the moment you've all been waiting for, our bets pod. I want to say now, so I hold myself accountable. I will have a Lou Dort love poem to open the show.
Oh,
We'll
I need to get Wheat Mix. I need
Yeah.
to meet up with Jacob this weekend.
Yes, Justin has also delivered Tim Tams. We'll be putting a picture out to provide evidence of that. I would never be able to eat all these Tim Tams, but he did deliver them. So Sunday, bets show, be there. The day after, some more cool content. Myself, Jacob, Taylor, we're going to be at the Paycom Center. Just like we were roughly a year ago today, checking out some of the new offerings at the Paycom Center, checking out the fan experience they have there, doing a live podcast from the court. It'll be a blast. I just keep getting distracted by the comment section. Connor?
You need
Yeah,
to
that's right.
Close
Connor?
the comment section.
That's right,
I know.
Connor. He does still owe me charges from
The-
2-bet podcasts.
the
ago.
ADHD
Silva,
has
I
me
will
wrecked.
control the comment section tonight. You can
Thank
close
you.
it so you can focus on
Thank you.
Silva's ADD is just
Oh, the ADHD
Fire.
has me by the throat. currently.
ADHD.
So, Monday, live from the Paycom Center court, which will be awesome. We'll be eating a bunch of cookies and pizza and whatnot again.
another intrusive thought. I gotta share. Okay. For my job, I took some high school kids to tour some programs at OU, and we took them to lunch at the cafeteria at OU that's got like 40 different restaurants in it. Turns out bunch of fifth graders also touring OU that day, also eating in the cafeteria. I saw this little fifth grade child, probably weighed like 70 pounds, tiny little kid, bring his plate back to the table. Brother had 2 breadsticks, 3 little packs of saltine crackers that you get at the salad bar, and 5 donuts. About 3 minutes later, I come back. Brother's just slamming an ice cream cone.
It's pure carbs and sugar.
That kid.
That's it.
Was it you or the kid?
It was the kid. That kid was either gonna puke on the bus on the ride home, or his parents are about to pay 10 grand to repair all the plumbing in the house. One of the two.
One of the two. I'm glad you told that story. I forgot about that.
Hey, dude, he was going ham on that ice cream cone.
Can't blame him. Can't blame him. Our schedule continues. So tomorrow, post game, Sunday, bet show. That Monday, live from the Paycom Center court, eating. Wednesday night, we're previewing the seasons. The night before the seasons, like a holiday. I didn't hold your advice. I looked at the.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Once again, join us on YouTube.
Comment section needs God, man.
Yeah, and he does need God. So Wednesday night, the night before the season starts, that'll be a lot of fun. Thursday, season starts. We can have real content to talk about. Jacob's losing it. Jacob is out of frame.
Oh man, you guys are
Saturday, watch party live from Prairie. That'll be awesome. And then they play again the next night. That's Sunday. So you're getting a lot of content.
A lot
we
of
also
content.
we might have some other uncontested. What's the word I want to use here, Nick? Offerings, content,
Elevated experiences.
Elevated experiences. That's the most corporate PR shit I've ever heard.
Nick's trying to sell me CBD.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you're getting like 7 shows from us between now and next Sunday. Something like that. So be there.
The math's not math in there, but it is a lot of shows.
Look, I'm just counting.
Oh,
the
next
items on my
Sunday.
list.
Next
Yeah,
Sunday.
next
Next
Sunday.
Sunday. I see.
Next Sunday.
I thought you were saying
was-
7 between now and
We're
a
all
week.
distracted.
Brother,
we got comments going in the chat.
That would
We
be
got our
troubling.
group text popping right now.
That
Nick
would
doesn't
be
know how to
troubling.
read dates.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Okay. As far as our small talk, Jacob kind of.
We're already
I think
15
we
minutes
did
in
it.
the
We're already
pod.
think
15
we did
minutes
it.
in.
If people don't know, we are a basketball podcast, and we talk about a team called the Oklahoma City Thunder who played a preseason game last night.
Someone's going to leave a comment and say, why didn't you start talking about basketball till the 15-minute mark?
Over under on how many comments on the YouTube page of people bitching about the content not starting sooner.
2, because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, we know who you are.
I didn't even get to read my Al Pacino tweet. Let's talk about the game. Thunder played a basketball game last night against the Denver Nuggets. When I looked it up on ESPN at first, it said they won 124-0. It felt like that sometimes. I looked it up, and the official ESPN score about an hour ago said 124-0, so it was bugged. 124-94 was the actual score. Obviously, it is a preseason game. You can only take so much from it, but takeaways from that game. I watched part of the game when it was live. I watched highlights earlier. There's some stuff to get excited about. Do you guys have anything that jumps out right off the top?
I do.
yeah, of course you do. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder finished with 15 steals and 38 points off of 24 Denver turnovers. The defense is just absolutely absurd. And they didn't start the Caruso lineup. Everybody was available for the first time since we saw the starting lineup be basically the starting 4 with Caruso instead of Josh Giddey. Last night, it was Hartenstein in that place. You guys can't keep it together reading these comments.
No.
And I found that interesting. Obviously, Mark's trying to get some data points. At the same time, we saw Usman Jang be the first sub, trying to get him some playing time with the starters. We didn't see Caruso didn't come in until later and primarily played with the bench. So we didn't see like an actual rotation like maybe we hopefully will against the Hawks on Thursday. But it was incredibly impressive. Just the defensive versatility of this team. I've been using this word tenacity. I mean, we saw like Kaysen and Caruso and Dort all on the floor at the same time. It led to some insane hands and passing lanes and fast break opportunities and some insane dunks between Kaysen Wallace and the fast break and then Lou Dort 2 possessions later. Just really, really fun and really fun basketball. So the turnovers, the defense, that stood out to me immediately.
Yeah,
they got 2 stars that are pretty damn good. I'll say that much. I know Nick had a comment about Shea's 3-point shooting.
Mechanics look very different in a good way. There's zero halt in the transfer of energy from point A to point Z of his jumper, which we could not say in the past. He got to Oklahoma City, had a pretty egregious hitch in his shot. He's had like decent shooting seasons from the perimeter. He's always been a great mid-range shooter. Perimeter shooting, like, I don't know if anyone has the stats pulled up. I don't recall more than 1 year where he was like a great 3-point shooter. He's been like league average or like respectable. Like, got to guard him. This is the year I think he's like 38, 39, 40% from 3. And it's like a whole new element to his game that you've got to really think about. And that's especially impressive. Like 38% doesn't sound crazy good, but given the level of difficulty on the shots he'll be taking and the level of attention from the defense, that's pretty impressive. It's not like a guy that catch and shoots 43% with nobody in his face. Like he's going to be shooting a high 3-point clip on tough shots with a lot of attention.
Some things I know. Oh, go ahead, JD.
I was just going to say the new form looks like it is capable of more volume. Like it looks like a more confident shot. He took 6 last night. That'd be great if he averaged around that.
Something that I've noticed is in that Houston game, a lot of Shea's threes were off the dribble variety. And last night's game against against the Nuggets, the first one was a product of a J-Dub drive and kick to Dort. Dort gives a head fake. His man goes flying. The man guarding Shea in the corner, which Shea in the corner is an interesting wrinkle, rotates up. It's a simple kick pass for Dort, but it's a bad pass. Shea catches it on his hip, brings it around, and then pulls up. So it's not like hit him in the pocket, just catch and elevate. It was like he had to like gather the ball on his hip, bring it around, and then pull it up, splashed it. And another one of the makes, was he 2 of 6 last night? I have the stats here.
3
of 6.
3 of 6. Hot diggity dadgum dog. Another one of those made threes, though, was a Caruso drive to the basket and kicked a Shea kind of not in the corner, but up a little bit higher before the break. And another catch and shoot splash. So we've seen 2 varieties. We've seen the catch and shoot variety. We've seen the off the dribble variety. And the catch and shoot ones were actually like really impressive to me because it wasn't like catch in the pocket and fire. There was, which gets you out of your rhythm a little bit, right? And for the shot to still go in, I think is pretty impressive.
This is not something I expected. Like we know SGA has gotten better every year, but he like visibly, tangibly gets better every year, and it seems like that might still be happening now. Just watching him, his form looks better. I think it's interesting that his form from like the mid range has always looked good to me, but it's like when he stepped back to 3, there was like took a detour in the middle of his shot just to extend the motion a little bit. But now that's, like Nick said, that's cleaned up. Looks awesome. Can't wait to see it. J-Dub, kind of the same thing. J-Dub's shot has always looked good to me, but it seems faster now.
Not only from the dribble to the release is faster, but the decision to shoot it is much faster. Dude, it's like if there's a Hartenstein screen for J-Dub, the 3 is going up. because the defender's not getting through it. The big is not stepping out. And if there's like a foot of space, J-Dub is firing that thing. And it's incredible.
So
I don't
Dub,
think. Oh, sorry, Chad. You go.
2 of 5 from 3 last night. He had 5 3-point attempts in the preseason game he played last week. So in both games, he did not play the second half. He's on pace for 10 3-point attempts per game. Obviously, that would be absurd. You look at some of the best 3-point shooters in the game, they don't even put up double-digit 3-point attempts per game. But obviously, that's a focus for him. We heard Mark talk about that during the preseason, or during this preseason training camp, and it's showing. And just like you said, Jacob, similar to Shea, the variety of ways he's getting that 3-point shot off. Last night, one of his makes was off a step back between the legs 3-point shot that he just drilled. Another one was catch and shoot. And so the variety of ways that they're able to get these 3-point shots and kind of play off these new players that they've acquired, and Caruso, and the improvement of guys like Case and Wallace, it's a lot to be excited about.
It's awesome. So many other guys played well too. Like Cason Wallace was awesome. Alex Caruso was awesome. You just saw stuff like the little things from Hartenstein last night. The moving without the ball, the cutting, the floater, all that stuff. Like, it's hard to find things to like not be excited about. Ousmane Dieng, I guess.
And I don't think we're going to see that much of him during the season. I don't know. My excitement's been building more than I thought it would for this season. Like, there's just, I don't know. It feels like an embarrassment of riches type of team at this point.
Kind of does.
There's just like never a dull moment. There's never. I don't think I'll see a lineup where I'm like, oh, this sucks. I don't really want to be watching this. It's awesome. Even stuff like Isaiah Hartenstein screens, I'm getting excited for. It's like, oh, this is we haven't had this before with this iteration of the Thunder, and this is creating all types of open looks for the shooters on the team.
Well, I mentioned players like Caruso and Kaysen both getting steals just off the break and then going down and getting dunks out of it. That's something so exciting. It gets fans fired up. But then, like, outside of that, I was even thinking, in the second half, we mentioned Dub, Chet, Shea don't play. You have guys like, and I was told that we have to mention this player because everybody's very excited about him, AJ Mitchell and Dylan Jones coming in, and they're contributing as rookies, looking really solid. And you still have this incredible brand of basketball. I think it was Matt Moore, HP. I forget what his Twitter handle is. Yeah. Hardwood, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
He was just mentioning, he was there at the game and he was there for availability and stuff, and just mentioned the style of play, the culture that the Thunder have. Like, it doesn't change, or the intensity they bring, it doesn't change regardless of the lineup. You can bring in those end of the bench guys and they're still going to play the same way.
Embarrassment of riches. Is that what you said, Jacob? Is that what it's called?
That was JD.
JD.
There's also a Jacob.
My name is also Jacob.
Not to rabbit hole us. We can leave this comment here and we'll talk about it a lot more this season. You want to talk about embarrassment of riches? Just wait till that Clippers pick comes around.
Oh, baby. There's a
Kawhi still hasn't practiced yet.
Yep. Well, I think we'll dive into that here later on in the show.
We will.
Any other thoughts from last night?
Cason Wallace looking athletic.
That dunk, the steal on the pass from. Oh my goodness! Why am I forgetting the Gonzaga kid's name? He's really good. Strother. Julian Strother is kind of freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
But Strother throws in the entry pass. Kaysen jumps in front, steals it, goes down. Little Jordan-esque on the dunk, guys. Not gonna lie. Like the form, the jump, the leg split. Little Jordan-esque. It was pretty dope. I vividly remember a game last year where Kaysen went up for a dunk and got denied by the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's throwing down Jordan-esque dunks. Like, the dude, you can tell he worked on his body and his athleticism over the summer, which is awesome.
I was going to say, we're seeing that exercise he put on that was talked about heading into like media day and stuff. We're seeing that translate.
Dort had an awesome one too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like,
AC had one.
Instead of throwing the ball off the backboard way too hard, just dunk it.
He's not as with how like strong he is, he's not like a super vertical.
No,
Like when he dunks, it's like, oh, he's barely getting up there because he's just a.
Well, could you imagine if
It's a
he
lot of
like
weight.
had
It's a lot of
bounce like
weight.
that as well?
I mean, that'd be
that's Zion.
Mini Zion.
It'd be
Yeah,
exactly.
That
That'd
doesn't
be
exist.
Zion minus 2 inches.
And
Doesn't
we
exist.
saw what happened to Zion's
Who?
knees over the years.
How tall is Zion? He's like 6'6", isn't he?
He's way taller than Lou Dort, like at least 4 or 5 inches.
Are we sure?
Positive.
How tall is Lou Dort?
Absolutely
6'4"?
positive. I
I
don't
was
know.
gonna say, how tall is Lou
might be
Dort?
like
Lou Dort
6'3".
might be 6'3".
Lou Dort is 6'4".
He's not
Zion
6'4".
Williamson is 6'6", brother.
That's not.
And I'm
factual.
6'1" on a good day when I wear my
yeah, I'm
cowboy boots.
6'1" too.
Yeah, next Jake, come on.
Anything else on this game?
We got to do a King of the Prairie tonight.
You are so right, Jacob. And look at this.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
King of the Prairie, brought to you by Prairie Artisan Ales. I'm going to pick.
The King of the Prairie is essentially the player of the game. We'll be doing this for every post game this season, naming our King of the Prairie. Make sure to go get some Prairie beers, some Prairie merch, and come hang out at the watch party on the 26th. And hang out with us, watch the game, have a good time. JD, who's your King of the Prairie for this game?
I can't go with an obvious choice because he's going to get a lot of these throughout the season. So let me give you a niche pick. Let me go Cason Wallace.
You son of a bitch. I was also going
Yeah,
Case.
I'm going to go Cason Wallace. He's just looking like really confident off the court too.
Do you have his
props
stats
to him.
pulled up?
I do have his stats pulled up. They don't jump off the page. 7 points, 5 steals. That jumps off the page.
That's what I'm
Hello.
talking about.
4 rebounds, 2 assists. Nice job, Queso, with the cool Michael Jordan-esque fast break dunk. Any disagreements? Any qualms?
Taylor, who is your King of the Prairie?
Well, since you didn't do it, Silva, this is the first ever King of the Prairie. I think it's only right we go with the Prince of the Prairie himself, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 of 10 from the field. And like you all alluded to, 3 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did just a little bit of all of it in only 19 minutes. Shai looks back and better than ever, and that's a really, really exciting. So I think for the first ever King of the Prairie post-game player of the game, I'm going to have to go with SGA.
I got to clear something up. Is SGA wearing bigger shorts?
No.
Yes, longer.
He did
They
it
look-
media day, but he
They
kind of
look a little
got it.
longer.
They're still
They-
longer.
really.
He and Trey Mann both kind of going with
Well,
the early 2000s.
Trey Mann's
The-
doing
Well,
more.
Trey's
only-
actually going
the
with
only-
the AI pants or shorts.
The only potential loophole here, Silva,
Okay.
his shorts are longer, without a doubt. I don't know if his shorts are bigger or longer because Shai in the past has done like a double or triple roll on his waistband. So I don't know if it's the same
Okay.
shorts that's not rolling them anymore or if they're actually longer shorts.
Okay.
Nick, are you a waistband roller?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I pegged you as somebody who would roll their shorts up whenever they hoop.
Hey, there's
What-
some
what
pictures
makes-
of Nick and I back in the day with some very long shorts.
What makes somebody look like they would roll their
I don't
shorts?
know. I just get that vibe from you. You just have that
Twist
kind of
it.
aura.
Jacob says you like to show off the legs, Nick.
Yes, I do. I do. like
I'm
this.
a waistband roller. Just one roll though.
Taylor, can you mark that time down at 29:30?
Got you.
Not the one for the simulation we're going to run based off of Jacob's voice.
I will go with a different name here, and you guys can disagree, or I don't know if we're gonna pick one or we're gonna have multiple kings. I'm gonna go Aaron Wiggins.
Okay.
17 minutes. Just a guy. Obviously, if you've watched the Thunder play basketball, it's not a surprise. Does everything. 4 of 7 from the floor. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, plus 17. like-
Jeez.
It's the kind of guy that's just like, he's really good. If you think plus 17 is G's, guess who the biggest plus minus of the game was? Don't look it up, Jacob.
I'm already looking at it. So I
If
can't
you say
I haven't
Usman
seen it.
Jang, I'm leaving the stream.
Usman J.
OJ de Usman.
Throw some mayo on that glizzy.
He is a plus 22 on the night.
Sheesh.
Do you have my plus minus sounder still, Silva?
Yeah. Where is it? Where could it be?
Plus minus is basically a team stat.
There we go.
That the
couldn't have said it better myself.
Kind of crazy.
All right. Let's hit some of these comments real quick. I've flagged a few of them. So Nick Jordan, this is a new segment, King of the Prairie. Nick Jordan says we should do the King of the Hill sounder, like the background music, whenever we do King of the Prairie.
That's pretty good.
My thought we could also take Game of Thrones King of the North, but then we edit out North and have somebody say Prairie. That could be cool.
Yeah.
Happy Valley Farm says 5 Prairie beers for the 5 steals for Kaysen. Happy Valley Farms also sounds like somebody who would like to sell me an assortment of smoked meats.
Could have stopped at smoked.
or lunch meats.
Shout out Happy Valley Farms, though.
Connor B says, using sounders only, we can teach an AI model that Jacob is the most deranged human on earth. There should be like a Jacob AI chatbot.
You know, if we gave AI all of our sounders and had them make a podcast based off of that,
Oh, we should do that.
it would not be about basketball.
It
No.
would not, but it'd be freaking hilarious.
I don't,
John Spurrier says, does any of the panel have tattoos? Taylor,
Jacob,
you got a tattoo?
I do not have a tat. I am
I
not
bet-
tatted up.
I bet Taylor has a taint tattoo.
I got a tramp stamp. Hold on.
That would not surprise me.
Yeah.
JD, do you have tattoos?
yeah, I have 3. I wish I had more. I got them when I was like in college and still had a lot of expendable income. Haven't had that in a while.
You had the expendable income while you were in college?
Yeah, when I didn't care about money, I was just like,
Yeah.
spend it. It's whatever.
Love it.
When I was still ignorant. But yeah,
I do not believe Nick has any tattoos.
no.
I don't think Justin has any tattoos. That should be a bet payoff. Nick or Justin have to get a tattoo.
I don't think that would. You
That
know
would
what?
be
That's
awesome.
fine.
I have a couple.
Yeah, a couple. Jacob
has a full-on leg sleeve, and it's actually
Jacob
really,
is
really
the
cool.
most-
That's
tatted.
one tattoo. It is
Well,
one.
It took a long time. What else do you have? You have something on your foot. You have something on your arms, right?
And then I have my ribs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely Jacob.
Connor says, too bad Comyar isn't here to show us the live, laugh, love tattoo.
That's what's next for me, actually. Get that one.
Where at? Forehead?
Yeah, forehead.
Matt Noonan says King of the North would be Josh Giddey because he's been banished to the wall, a.k.a. Chicago.
Oh, well done. Be better if it was Toronto, but well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's time for a break.
It's time for a break. Be right back. We're back from the break. Got some national rankings to talk about. I always like to read these whenever they come out, before the season, mid-season. ESPN and the Ringer. That's who I pulled up here. They released their national rankings for players, top 100. And you might have guessed it, there's some Thunder players on this list. Quite a few, actually. ESPN. We have 1, 2, 3.
Can we
4,
guess them?
5,
Does everyone already know? Am I the only one that doesn't look at this stuff?
I haven't looked.
I haven't
Oh.
looked.
You two can guess.
Guess,
I don't even know. I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I've been busy reading the comments.
We are talking. Okay, so why don't you do this? Jacob and Nick, a tandem, whoever. Guess how many are on the ESPN board and rank them
For
ESPN
Thunder players, top
board.
100.
for Thunder players. You don't have to guess what number they are, just like rank them in terms of where they were.
Okay. Shay's got to be
Start
highest,
start
right?
with how many? Start with how
Disclaimer.
many, Jacob?
Disclaimer. 1 through 10 has not been announced yet for ESPN. So Shea is in the top 10, but it's not been announced where he's at.
Okay.
How many? First, let's start with how many, so we like know what list they're filling out. Like this is the
And then top
stupidest.
100.
This is the stupidest reference point. But 2K had 6 in the top 100.
Oh, wow. I was going to go 5.
I think it'd 5 or 6.
Okay. Highest is Shea.
Yeah.
Who do we think second highest is, Nick? Dub? I think they would rank Dub over Chet right now.
Can we get some baseline? Was the ESPN prediction based on today or their projections for the season?
That's a good question. I don't know.
It was top 100 right now in the
Right
league
now.
as we stand.
Right now,
Rank 'em.
not projecting for the season.
Right.
So that makes me think even more J-Dub.
I was going to say the opposite. I think J-Dub will be better this season, but Chet, the unicorn stuff and people, I don't know. We'll go Dub second. That's fine.
Let them keep going, Silva, and then we'll tell them at the end.
Then Chet's third.
Yeah, it has to be.
Caruso fourth. Hart fifth.
You guys were close. So again,
Wait. We're still going, bro. We're still going.
Oh, yeah, you got to predict where they're at.
Well, no, we've only gotten.
Taylor's chomping at the bit.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's exciting.
If I agree, it would be Caruso and then Hartenstein. Do we think there's a sixth?
If it's a sixth, it's Dub. Or sorry, not Dub. Dort.
Whoa.
The double D's, if you will.
Oh. I agree with that. I think if Dort's on it, he's like 99 or 100.
I got 99 problems, but a Dort ain't one.
Are you guys ready for the reveal?
Yes, pull back the curtain.
The curtain's being pulled back. SGA, top 10. We don't know exactly where. Chet Holmgren, number 32.
Okay.
J-Dub, number 44.
Wow.
See, I had the same reaction you did earlier today,
Wow,
Jacob. I think
okay.
Dub's ahead of Chet right now.
Alex Caruso, number 59. Lou Dort, number 85. Isaiah Hartenstein, number 88.
NBA 2K. Nailed it.
So they got 6.
There were 6.
Hartenstein's below Dort.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
surprising to me.
It's very surprising to me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where we
Hey,
think Shea
I didn't
ends
make-
up
I didn't
on
make
the
the
ESPN list. I'm saying 4.
I would guess probably 4 also.
Yeah.
Topic, Luka, either Embiid or Giannis, and then
Topic?
Shea at 4. Or I'm in Thunder mode. Jokic.
Jokic,
Topic
Luka,
will
then
be
who?
there. I said either Giannis or Embiid, and then
could see
Shea will get
Giannis.
4.
I
and the
think
other
Shea's
one.
3.
Yeah. Oh.
I think Shea is 3 in real life, but I don't think he'll be 3 on this list.
It's fair.
Do you want to hear the
I'm-
ringers?
I'm trusting that ESPN. Actually, they've got a bunch of dipshits over there now, so he might be fair.
Would you
Did
like
you
to hear-
guys see Stephen A. Smith discussing if he would take the Black Lotus or Mana Crypt pack 1 pick 1 in his Magic
No.
draft?
What on earth did you just say?
I didn't know
This
what
is
that
Jacob's
was either. Jacob.
fever dream.
Wait, wait.
Basketball
Say
and
that
basketball.
again.
Somebody sent Stephen A. Smith a question on which Magic card he would take first in a draft, Mana Crypt or a Black Lotus, and he
I don't
answered
know
the
what those
question.
are. And Jacob was
Where
the one
do
who
you
submitted.
get a magic card from? And what is a magic card?
It's like a Pokemon card,
We're having a real moment
but for
here.
adults.
for adults. I'm telling you, Jacob asked this question. He got
It's
his
a game.
his question
A
answered.
magic carp or a black lotus?
We got to move on.
Move on,
We're
move on, move
cooked.
on.
We're so cooked. Do you want to know the ringers?
I think Nick said a Magic Carp.
Magic
He did.
carp.
He
Get
did.
enough of them, they become a Gyarados.
That's true. All right, I'm just gonna say the ringer had SGA at number 4, J-Dub at 35, Chet at 41, Caruso at 61, Hartenstein at 88, same ranking as ESPN, and they did not have Dort.
That
Can't
feels
believe I'm
more
saying
right.
this, but that feels a little more accurate.
It
Yeah.
does. I would agree.
Were there any egregious ones, like guys that were just like way out of place, or like hit some steam on social media? Is like, what on earth is going on here?
Let me see if any pop out to me.
Sorry, who was what spot was Shea on the ringer?
4.
4.
behind Luka, Embiid, and Jokic?
No, it's Jokic, Luka, Giannis, SGA,
It's fair.
Wow. Okay.
and then Embiid, and then Tatum, Steph, KD, Anthony Davis at 9.
Shut
I
up.
That's
wouldn't
high.
have him that high. I
That's
wouldn't have him that high.
really high.
That's
LeBron at
unreal.
10. I wouldn't have him that high either.
Unreal.
That's also high.
Ant at 11.
Ant should be higher.
He should be
Ronnie
higher.
at 12.
But yeah, Jalen Brunson at 12. Should be higher
Jalen
also. in
Brunson
my
at
opinion.
12.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still a lot of players to get to.
Nick, for reference, a 9 point. You know card grades, yeah?
We back to this damn Magic card?
Yes. you know card grades, yes?
Yes.
Like how you grade a sports card.
Yes.
On like a 10-point scale, a 9.5 Black Lotus is currently selling for $103K.
Sounds like a great use of money.
Investment.
I think
So you can't play a card that's in plastic and has a grade on it. So what's the point?
what's who's the pop singer who looks like he's homeless and like smokes crack?
Post
All of
Malone.
them.
Post
lot of
Malone.
them.
Post Malone bought a Black Lotus for like $500,000, I think.
My God. It's just a flex.
Yeah, that's the ranking talk. They got with Ringer has Wemby at 15.
As they should.
Are we ready for that?
Yes.
He's good.
I'm not ready
He's
for that
really
emotionally.
He is so good.
Yeah, he is.
And his team's not even going to make the playoffs.
I will not be shocked if he wins MVP.
Next season?
Ooh, this
Yeah.
season is what he's. Oh,
This
you're saying-
season?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm saying I wouldn't be shocked. Like if somehow he won it, I wouldn't sit there and be like,
I'll
"Oh my God, how
sell
did
my
this happen?"
kidney if he wins MVP this season.
It's a long shot, but it's not out of the question.
No, I mean, it's coming.
I think he's like, I don't know if it was on the pod or in Slack that we talked about this. Like a healthy Wemby and the Spurs doing Spurs things, which is probably pretty likely. He's got a real pathway to being the best player of all time.
This is a Thunder podcast. So, JD, what would you like to talk about next?
That Wemby makes me sad.
I'm tired of the French.
On that note, we should
Usman
take another-
Jang is your
take
new
another ad
Darius
break.
Baisley.
100%.
Yes. Connor says, I will also sell one of JD's kidneys if he wins MVP. Great.
You're out
Both.
of kidneys.
Both.
How much does that? We know how much a Black Lotus goes for. How much does a kidney go for?
Specifically my kidney. I don't know if I want to put that out there. I might get like kidnapped and sold off.
Next time we're in Vegas for Summer League, we're going to find Silva waking up in a bathtub of ice with a kidney missing.
Yep.
There's a-
And then
hit-
I'll
with a
ask
bunch of
you
sink
for one of
beers.
yours.
Sink beers and sinks bathtub Silva.
Yep.
Hey, you know what our sink beers next year are going to be, boys?
Prairie Ales.
Got some Prairie
will.
sink beers.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
here's a card for you, Jacob. A 2023 Optichrome Optimal Effort 1 of 1 Orange Refractor Rookie Auto for
What did you just say?
For just a hair under $1,700. Usman Jang.
Yeah. It's an investment right there, Jacob.
It
buying
sounds
it?
like you're trying to
Sky
sell
is
me
the
like
limit.
some really rare strand of weed right there.
First, CBD's the gateway.
All right, what's
right.
next?
What's next?
Connor in the chat is so
I know.
pissed that Magic the Gathering got
Yeah.
brought up on this podcast.
You know what's next is an ad break and then another segment. We'll be right back. We're back. We've got some preseason overreactions.
Smoot said Nick cast a spell saying all those words.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have some overreactions. Taylor has some. Jacob or Nick, if you guys have any you want to throw out, feel free. We can kind of rapid fire this. You can tell me if they suck or not.
This is league wide, yeah?
Yeah,
All
mostly
the above.
league wide. Yeah, all the above.
Should we play the first around the association sounder of the year?
I think we should.
I can do it
We'll
a
make
cappella if you guys want.
No,
played
please
it.
don't.
We'll make sure it's all greased up and not too loud.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum.
If it is too loud, you guys just give me a signal. Give me some kind of visual signal and I'll
I don't even know where you sitting at. Like.
Look at us going around the association.
So back.
We're so back. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire through mine. I was wrong about Zach Edey. He might not stink. He might actually be pretty good.
I need to see it in the regular season.
Fair.
For what?
The believe.
Okay. There's a lot of things in the preseason that don't translate. The stuff he's doing is pretty damn clear. It's going to work in the regular season.
It's the mobility stuff that I didn't want to acknowledge or didn't see translating.
Can you admit it now in hindsight? You just didn't want to like Zach Edey.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, correct. I'm glad that the Thunder have Hartenstein.
For sure. I'm not like from a Thunder lens, like everything worked out fine. But I think a lot of people, I think yourself included, this is not a shot at you. I think a lot of people didn't want to like Edey because they went into the process of watching him not wanting to like him. I think it blinded people a little bit.
JD's a hater.
There
He
was
is. No, I mean, we all are. There's players we all watch, and no matter if they're good or bad, we like find the flaws so we can crap talk it. You know, it's just
Like
how it is.
every single player on the Houston Rockets.
Right. Like
Wemby, open
or
up.
Usman Jane. No, I think that's fair. Just all the discourse. I think there were some favors being made during the pre-draft process with his agent, and I don't know. All the hype just was very annoying.
Yeah,
But
there was
he's
like
looked
too
really
much
good.
publicity. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be involved in that. I was like, he's just going to be too big of a topic. Everyone's going to wonder why we're not playing him. It was just too much. Next one, I said I would rapid fire, and I took us down a rabbit hole. Next one, Klay Thompson is on #WashedWatch.
so in my basketball league where I got this black
Shiner.
eye here,
Got two black eyes.
I play with an entire team of Mavs fans.
Oh boy,
And the funniest phenomenon of yesterday's game, because I brought up Klay Thompson, of course, was we talk about
That's how he got his
Klay.
black eye.
We talk about Klay, and it's the reaction is it's just preseason. These games don't matter. You can't take anything from it. On the flip side, everything Quentin Grimes is doing in the preseason is gold and is going to translate to the regular season. I'm like, all right, you can't pick and choose what matters in the preseason. But regardless, whether it ends up happening in the regular season or not, Klay has been awful in the preseason.
He might just be cooked, man.
he could be. I mean,
And it sucks because those back-to-back injuries are just,
tough.
Yep.
they just destroy you.
So what made Klay so good was his ability to move off ball and move without the ball and be able to use unique ways to get open and get that shot off. And he just doesn't have that anymore. He's very
Sure.
slow
And-
to shoot.
And the fact on the other end, he was not
He was
a
so good
liability.
defensively.
He was
So good.
one of the best guard defenders in the league.
So good.
Next one, Jamal Murray and Kawhi Leonard's knee. Uh-oh. That's what I got. Jamal Murray's knee. I don't know if you guys saw. He didn't play last night because his knee. I think the report was his knee is feeling a little funny.
No way. That's what they said.
Feeling a little
Yes.
funny.
Yes.
That would certainly explain his performance in the Olympics.
Yes.
Don't we all feel a little funny from time to time?
We do. Michael Malone said today Jamal Murray's knee started feeling, quote, funny prior to last night's game.
What was the
Knees,
Michael Malone?
plural?
A knee.
Oh, okay.
Singular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
That'd be really bad.
It would be so
Oh.
bad.
What was the Michael Malone quote last night about the game where someone asked him like, I'm not going to remember the exact quote. They asked him something like, have you seen this team this preseason or this
Oh.
camp with like a desire to
Revenge or something?
revenge or bounce back? And he said, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
It's a little concerning as well.
I haven't seen it when he was asking if his team had a revenge mindset.
Who was it that was asked if anybody has stood out in camp as
That was
like
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
was that Kawhi?
Has anyone stood out in camp? Or
No.
they said, Who stood out in camp so far? I think, and he said nobody.
He named off a
he
bunch. He
lists a
named
bunch
all
of
their
players.
names and then said no one stood out.
You know who else hasn't stood out? Kawhi, because he's not even playing basketball.
Yeah,
I don't even.
if he hadn't practiced with the team, is he really qualified to say no one
He's
stood
not even
out?
practicing at this point.
They
No one stood
might.
out. I haven't seen them.
They might just be handing over a top 10 pick, guys, which is
Love to see it.
absurd.
Maybe 2 straight years.
We might be watching a team in the finals while simultaneously be like super invested in the draft lottery.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
insane.
I think
cheating.
I think it'll be a lottery pick either way. It's just a matter of like, is it one of those weird 12-13s where you're pretty much locked in, or
I don't know. They're in a bad place. All right, to move on. Comment section's popping off again. Moving on. Herb Jones being the starting center of the Pelicans is stupid.
Accurate.
Why? Couldn't you have done anything else?
They need a big so bad. Like I think they should play. Sorry, I gotta close the chat, man.
You got to close it.
I think their best bet is play Zion at the 5. They tried Tice at the 5 in one of those games the other night. They lack any interior presence.
they'll get one though. They're a team that will not look like this when March comes around.
Yeah, I don't know why Brandon Ingram's on the team at this point, but we will see. Last one for me, and then Taylor, you can go through yours. The Suns are good. I think the Suns are good. I don't know if it's
Suns look.
Budenholzer
They've
thing?
looked good. Jacob cannot contain himself.
Jacob.
He needs a timeout.
Nick is trying to take a drink and he can't because he's laughing too hard.
Gonna have a Taylor spit take. The Suns have looked very good, and that's because of some of their other players stepping up. I want to get
Ryan
into
Dunn.
them with one of mine here soon. Yeah, Ryan Dunn. And then you have who else? I'm going blank. Who's the point
Oso.
guard? Win the Jones. Oso also
Tyus.
looked
Yeah,
good, the rookie.
and they have
Other rookie.
who was the backup point guard in Minnesota a couple years ago that they have now?
Monte Morris.
Monte Morris and Jones. They need table setters really bad. And I don't know. I'm past the point of being a Bradley Beal believer at this point. The BBB.
You're not a Bradley believer.
God damn it.
It was right there. It's right there.
I don't know if Ryan Dunn's 3-point shooting will continue. Like, this is a crazy weird anomaly.
That surprises me. I thought
At minimum, that dude is a freak defender that will get minutes on the Suns team, like bar none.
The
I
Suns
got
might
a
be in
text from-
trouble. Go
Hold
ahead.
on. I got a text from none other than Nick Crane like 3 nights ago at midnight. I told you Ryan Dunn shot.
No, I'm saying 55% from 3.
Okay,
I don't think is
yes,
going to
obviously.
continue.
Nor do I think Dub's going to average 10 3-point attempts per
Totally,
game.
totally. That's why I'm saying I don't
But
know if
both
this
are
will
probably translating
continue.
to an extent.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at Jacob Niffin's hair in the comment. I'm trying to determine whose hair he has today.
Is that Fred from?
It's the same as
Scooby-Doo?
last stream.
I was thinking it might be Fred from Scooby Doo.
No,
It does.
No, that's
Oh, it's Shaggy.
Fred.
That's Shaggy.
Shaggy?
Shaggy.
It is.
Okay,
It
nice.
is.
Can I have a
Scooby-Doo.
request? Could we get an Aang Jacob Niffen?
Yes.
next
Oh,
episode?
hell
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yes.
Where did he even find it? That's like my
Been a
picture from
mohawk?
my job. That's my picture from from the work website.
Maybe that's your coworker.
I was about
Jacob.
to say.
Breaking news. Anyone can Google Jacob Niffen and probably find your work website, bro.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'm gonna Google you right now.
Don't do it.
Can't stop me. First image is you photoshopped onto Caruso's body.
Hell yeah.
That's
pretty
sick.
Yeah. Taylor, you're up. What are some?
I wanted to make a comment on the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, go for it.
They're kind of in trouble, and another team that's in trouble in the bigs department, I think.
Oh, you don't like Yusuf Nurkic?
They have Yusuf
Still
Nurkic,
hurt.
and they have whichever Plumlee is still in the league. I always get them confused. There's only one left in the league, though. I think is that right?
Mason. It might be Miles.
No, it's definitely not Miles. I think it's Mason. Their bigs just aren't very good, man.
That's another guy, Nurkic, going back to the guys that people just have stuff out against, and they could have a great game, and the average Nurkic fan would have
Nurkic had like 30 rebounds against OKC last year in a game. You remember that?
Yeah, and then all we talked about
OKC
post-game
still
was how
won.
those rebounds didn't matter, and
Yep.
he's just one of those guys. And my point is that we find every reason to discount him, even when he has a great game.
Yeah.
What on earth? The chat. Brighton snow. I genuinely didn't. What?
Didn't know Jacob was ball.
Brighton just pops in and out. You know.
I genuinely didn't. Brother, have you ever watched the stream?
No, to be fair,
Someone
he
else
once
said that
watched the
Jacob
stream
Niffin's
without
hair.
audio.
Jacob Niffin's hair should be. He should make an edit of me with the Doug Dimmadome hat.
I would love that. Like
In a
out-
mohawk.
going out of the
Yeah,
frame.
Fairly Odd Parents, Nick.
Yeah.
Come on, Nickelodeon back in the
Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, Nick.
Nope, never heard of it.
Did Nick not do anything as a child?
I watched Fairly Odd Parents, but I don't remember that thing.
Doug Dimmadome.
Know anything about Chip Skylark?
Yeah,
I know that guy.
Shiny teeth in me.
My shiny teeth in me.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know that guy.
That sounds like
Classic.
What was the
that day off.
babysitter's name?
Cosmo and Wanda were the fairy little people.
Yeah, there we
Yes,
go.
the
Who
fairy,
was
the fairy
Odd
odd
Vicky?
parents.
Vicky.
Yes.
Vicky.
right?
Vicky was a bitch.
Just letting it all out. Oh my.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, she sucked.
Yeah.
The antagonist.
His parents needed to vet those babysitters better, man.
Should I get into mine or should we
All
just
right.
end this?
The chat's up. Like, Matt, you can go to hell, all right?
Oh my.
Matt says you can hear how bald Jacob is when you listen to the pod on Spotify.
Well, the craziest part is that Brighton Snow is on the stream a lot of Sundays, maybe Wednesdays too, and he's just realizing. He's been asking
I
for a
think it's
hair
a bit.
reveal, brother.
I think it's a bit.
It's got to be a
He
bit.
can't be. Taylor, I do think you should go through your first point about the rookie class before we get out of here, because I am interested in hearing about this.
This rookie class, my overreaction to the preseason, is actually really good. You have Risa Shea playing well. You have Ryan Dunn and the 3-point shot looking good for the Hawks. You have Zach Edey, we talked about. Obviously, Reed Shepard, we've talked about. Stephon Castle looking good for the Spurs.
Reed Shepard is a little boy.
He is.
Yes.
And he can hoop.
He can play, but I was surprised at like how small he actually is whenever I saw him in person.
Silva's guy, Saloon, looking pretty good for the
Sarsaparilla.
Hornets and
Yes.
hitting some 3-point shots, which I wasn't expecting. Rob Dillingham, you have C-Dub, you have Bazelis, who I personally drafted in Nick and I's Dynasty League. Jared McCain playing well for the Sixers. Like, connect. I mean, you can go down the list, but I've been very surprised with how many of these rookies have been able to contribute and look like they belong on a basketball floor.
I'd be saying some irrational shit if Buzelis would have fallen one more pick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think
wanted that.
Topic is going to be great, but like, holy cow.
I might be arguing for him to
Buzelis
start.
is awesome, dude.
I might be arguing for him to start over either of Hartenstein.
Hey,
or
low
Caruso.
key, I don't think that Chicago team is going to be any good, but they might be a little bit fun. Like, shout out Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's back. I actually really, really like Lonzo Ball as a player. I don't think he'll ever be the same. But you remember that those
Is he your
first
favorite
2
ball?
100% he's my favorite ball.
Got 2 balls in the league now.
I was trying to think of a comeback to that. I don't have one. Honestly, I was trying to think if there's anybody named Dong in the league because 2 balls and a dong would be incredible. But
We do have Grady Dick.
hey, we got
Hey.
2 balls and a dick on the NBA. We need to get them all on the team, the same team,
I feel like I need to play the outro music now.
probably. Chicago might be fun though. Like
To be fair, this is our last preseason podcast before we do
Yes.
our bets podcast. So,
Yeah.
Lonzo,
Written
I
all
think,
out.
is good. Where I was going was, you remember those first 2 months before the injuries happened with the Levine, DeRozan, Caruso, Lonzo Bulls? Like that
Awesome.
was a really fun team who had an identity.
They They blew the Lakers out on their home floor.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
Like,
that?
it was a really fun team.
don't think they're
They
gonna
have
be that
Josh
fun.
Giddey. Take that off. They have Josh Giddey. They have Kobe White. I think is really good. Io DeSoon. Like they have some fun guys on that team. They're kind of loaded at guard.
My worry, that's exactly my worry. Is all their fun players play the same position.
Yep.
You didn't
Unless they're
name
gonna
any
play
of their
five
highest paid
guard.
players.
Which
Yeah.
I would love. Do it. Do it.
Vucevic is not fun.
Zach
No.
Levine looks like he hates his life.
I wonder where Billy is in March. I don't think it's on the sideline in Chicago.
It's going to be a great analyst for some college basketball team.
Yeah,
He'd be awesome back in college, honestly.
Yeah.
he would. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about Billy Donovan. It's time to play that outro music. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's our last show of the... No, it's not. Tomorrow's the last show of the preseason. We're winding down the preseason, getting ready for a big week ahead of us. 7 shows between now and next Sunday. Lock in, everyone. Shout out to the YouTube chat tonight. You guys were on one, to say the least.
If you're not part of the YouTube chat, go sub. Come hang
Get
out.
in there. Get in the YouTube chat.
More opportunities upcoming to be a degenerate and chat with us.
Get involved.
Come to the watch party. Beer,
your fellow
barbecue, and
degenerates.
basketball. All the degenerates will be there.
I will
And
open
just
it
help
up again.
support-
Like I've done it in the past. People have taken me up. First 5 to hit me up, I will buy your first beer.
Consider
That's a good
me
time.
the first.
I'll be the second
count.
through 5th. Thank you guys for listening as always. Until next time, though, adios and thunder up.